Hello everybody and welcome back once again. My name is Jordan, also known as J Monster, and oh my god, has it been a long time. I think we're like pushing a year now. Something like that. It's like been like 9 or 10 months since my last video. That's because a lot of stuff has been going on. I've graduated for one, which is amazing. Very freeing. Whew. I feel like 50 pounds lighter. And I moved and I got a kitten and I had a hard drive crash, which we'll talk about in a minute. So it's been kind of topsy-turvy all over the place, so I haven't really had a whole lot of time to sit down and actually record, much less the motivation to do so, but now I do, and we're starting things all over again, which brings me to my hard drive crash. Unfortunately, I had a hard drive crash, which means that, I lost like all my music, all my pictures, all of my, I lost my submod for one that I've been working on for like literally over a year, and I lost all of my video series and all of the save games and stuff for those. Although maybe I can get them back from Steam Cloud or something. I'm still kind of looking into that. But a lot of them were heavily modded, so I don't think so. Probably not. If you guys have any suggestions about that, I'm all ears, and I would love to bring back some of our older series. But in the meantime, we are going to be starting kind of fresh, which is actually really exciting because now we're kind of unhindered by all of our other series, and we can just do whatever it is that we want to do. A whole bunch of possibilities. So I'm up for suggestions. I have some pretty good ideas. I want to get started with some vampire. I want to do a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff. We're going to be doing a couple campaigns. One, as you can see, with Lorien, which I thought was very appropriate because it was Lorien on MOS is one of the first series that we ever did on this channel over probably like 2.5 years ago by now. But I want to do Third Age. I want to do some Mountain Blade. I want to do, if possible, I'm going to try and record some Witcher on my Xbox because I have like a microphone and I have all the other stuff set up for there. So maybe we'll see some Witcher 3 in the future, as well as all of the other games that I have for my Xbox One. And I was thinking maybe some Sam and Max might be fun. I have a whole bunch. I have a massive game collection. I think I've probably got like 50 different titles in there. So we will experiment, and I will post a whole bunch of stuff because since I moved out, I have a brand new internet connection, which means I can do things like I can do streaming, I can do more regular videos because they don't take like 3.5 days to upload, that sort of thing. So yeah, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. We're going to be getting back into to 30H, which is very much the roots of this channel, with a very classic campaign. We're going to be playing on medium difficulty, and that's because, as usual, I'm always playing with the stats in this game, and I found that medium difficulty, with the changes that I've made, is the most balanced. Yes, so I hope you guys will enjoy that. And we're going to play on hard difficulty because we want to kind of avoid all of like the horrible spam that happens on very hard. Yeah, once you get to like turn 80, like Mordor and the Haradrim just start pumping out like huge stacks of enemies. And battles just become repetitive and kind of boring. So yeah, there it is. I hope you guys will enjoy. You're in for what I hope it will be a very exciting campaign, and there's going to be lots of lore. So yeah, I will see you guys on the battlefield. Well, that was interesting. That was kind of like the generic introduction to like that the game has had since, Lorien and the Sylvan Elves were all one faction. So most of those units you're not really going to see, or you're going to see recolored in very, very different versions of them. So let's see what we got here. A Tolasharn. I've managed to cut down the turn times in this a fair bit by moving it out of my program files directory. But I don't want to load it up with too many mods because it's gonna increase the turn times with all the scripts running. However, this is essential. We need that. Earlier invasions, no, we'll save that for later, just so you guys have something to look forward to. Garrison script, absolutely essential. Resurrect allied factions. No. Once they're gone, they're gone. There's no coming back from annihilation. Play with the diplomacy script. Yes, we want that. No, I hate fire units. Immortal heroes. No, we want there to actually be some stakes. Counter invasions, absolutely. Corsair invasions, no. Reforge Arnor. Do we want to reforge Arnor? No. We're gonna, keep things interesting in the northern reaches. Otherwise, the works of Gundabad tend to just get stomped. Immortal Nazgul. Nope. Shadow from the East. Sure. Diplomatic meetings. Absolutely. Who's our next heir? Probably Haldir. Sovereign's global counterattack once every 50 turns. That's after we start doing the diplomatic meeting stuff, which is interesting. We'll experiment with that a little bit. But let's see what we got here in terms of forces. Not very much, just because Lorien is not a very large, I guess you could call it a country. It's only about, I think, 50 yards lengthwise, and then 50 miles across, or lengthwise, and then 30 miles across. It's not very big. I'm assuming that right here, this coming out of the mountains here is the Nimrodal River, which does flow through Lothlorien. I'm assuming this is probably where the waterfalls are somewhere. There is a wadable portion of the river. They used to have a bridge, but is now, that must be this right here, or one of these two. They used to have a bridge, but that bridge was removed from Lothlorien for defensive purposes after Khazad-dûm became Moria. So you've got this large river here that the Nimrodal flows into. It's more of like a kind of like a streamish river kind of thing. I'm not sure what the term for the intermediate there would be, but you've got a very large river that flows through it that is called the Celebrant, which leads into Anduin the Great, which flows all the way down here to the ocean. So the elves are in some way are still connected to the ocean, even if they are too far away to hear its siren call that makes them want to run off to Valinor and party for the rest of their lives. Which is forever, actually. Not a bad deal. I really wish I had that option. But the population of Lothlorien, there's very, very few Noldor here. For the most part, the Galadrim are made up of Sylvan elves, maybe some Avari, but there are some Noldor, and the ruling cast of Lothlorien, that being Lord Celeborn and Lady Galadriel, who is not here. Haldir is actually a minor character, but Lord Celeborn is a Sindarin elf. So he is kind of the same kindred as Thranduil's realm, which is way up over here. And but Lady Galadriel herself is actually one of the, I think she's the second oldest elf still left. She's one of the original Noldor that actually came across the sea with Feanor and his buddies. So we are going to use our very meager starting forces. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to use them to attack Gazhur of Moria. Moria reached. You have reached Moria, one of the first settlements of the dwarves founded by Durin, the king of the Longbeards. Should probably turn that video off before I get a whole bunch of copyright claims. Let's see here. You'll notice that it is also in French, but you guys, I'm sure, have played this enough that you know exactly what I'm doing. We're going to increase our mobility within our borders by creating a whole bunch of roads, which also increases trade, which is just good times for everybody. So that is the end of that first turn. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stop it there. Oh my. So some other interesting facts about Lothlorien is that they were actually they had a force sent to the Battle of the Dagorlad, which was part of the campaign of the Last Alliance against Mordor. They joined forces with Orifer's Sylvan elf host from the north, from northern Mirkwood. They were led by Amroth, who one of our cities here, Cairn Amroth, is named after. He, unfortunately, was killed. He was killed in battle, I believe, along with Orifer. And that was the end of them, unfortunately. And I don't think they've had I think it was shortly thereafter that they took Celeborn and Lady Galadriel as their leaders. I'm not sure they're technically referred to as the King and Queen of Lorien. They are effectively the Lord and Lady of Lorien, which is kind of like being the king. Okay, so we are going to have a little bit of a skirmish here, by the looks of things, with these goblins of the Misty Mountains. There's quite a lot of them. But as I said, I have been playing with the stats on this a little bit, and most of the Elven units tend to have about 2 hit points. That's to, well, one, to offset the fact that they don't have a lot of population, but they do have very hardened, powerful warriors. And being elves, they are quite difficult to kill. They're a lot harder to kill than men. Even if these are kind of lesser elves, these are not Noldor we're playing with here. But I think that's appropriate. So let's see here. We have our first battle against the Orcs of the Misty Mountains. We've got some Goblin Infantry, Goblin Archers, Goblin Volunteers, which are basically Goblin Infantry, and a couple of their heavier bodyguard units. This is going to be a tough battle. As you can see, it's about even. The Orcs definitely have the numbers. We have a couple units of Archers and our one general bodyguard unit, which is exceptional. However, it is very easy to surround and destroy. So we're going to have to kind of play a little bit of a skirmish game here and use the terrain to our advantage to tire out our enemies, who are going to get tired much quicker than we will. Okay, let's see. We got, whew, and they have no cavalry, so there's no point to use pikes, or what do you call them? Stakes. Stakes. Let's get that started. Okay. And they are going to come up very quickly, so we need to get ourselves into a good position. Up here, preferably. And they're probably going to walk. Well, there's quite a lot of them, as you can see them. They're just coming on in a big swarm. It might be prudent to... Let's start shooting at them. To spread our forces out. We're going to spread them on a big wall and try and get them to chase individual sections of it. Just to try and divide their forces and allow us to surround them and kind of just shoot them from all sides with arrows and eliminate as much of their armor bonuses as we can, while being conservative with our ammunition, because we don't have a whole lot. Looks like we managed to inflict some fairly impressive casualties, given the size of that unit on this unit of Goblin Archers. Yes, it looks like they're going to pull back and try and play the whole ranged game with us, which is not a good choice when you're playing with when you're playing against the elves, because they will win that fight every time. Every time. Okay, we're going to put our forces, the bulk of our forces down here in this little like dale area, and try and... The enemy has a tendency to chase your bodyguard units, because they're like, oh my god, it's important, we should kill them immediately. Divert all resources. So we're going to try and get them to chase us up this hill, while our archers here will pull up. Whoop. 1 second. Do some quick repositioning here, since they seem to be playing around. While our archers here put some arrows into their flanks. Which hopefully will help us thin down their numbers quick enough that we can, engage them in close combat with as few casualties as possible. Alright, boys. Do your thing. So this is going to be a super exciting ranged battle, because we are the Elves of Lorien, and that is how we do. We'll start putting some fire into these goblin infantry here. Try and get them to... oh yeah, there we go. They're taking the bait. Wow, these goblin archers are getting wrecked by our what are these guys? Sindarin archers. Some of the only heavy infantry units that we have available to us this early in the game. Okay, so they seem to be doing quite well. Sorry, this is my phone going off. So we're going to pull some fire off these guys and start redirecting into these archers. Ooh, looks like they've kind of stuck the neck out of one of their bodyguards here, so we're going to start shooting them in such a way that it hits everyone, which is wonderful. Look at this. They're just coming on in a big tide. So it looks like they're going to go for our 2 archer companies on the hill there instead of chasing our bodyguard like I wanted them to. So we will react appropriately. How close are they? Not so close. Okay, they're pretty close. Run! You! What are you doing? Run! I told you to do something. So while they're running and doing that, we're going to start shooting with these guys, and we're going to start shooting with these guys. So it looks like they're sending their bodyguard after our Sindarin bodyguard. That is not a fight we would win. Their bodyguard units do have 2 hit points as well. In fact, all bodyguard units do. Just to, you know, keep your bodyguard unit from getting wiped out in a cavalry charge or something like that. It still happens, but you get pretty. You just got to get pretty unlucky for that to occur with any sort of regularity. Okay, so shoot those guys. Run, you fools! Fly, you fools! Oh shit! Okay, run. Okay, or stand there and be stupid. Whatever. Our strategy is ruined. So they're going to peel off that infantry. Oh, no, maybe they're not. Looks like they're going to peel it off and try and flank our units. Our bodyguard unit. But yeah, equal forces. We got to do something about that very quickly, or we're going to lose our general in like the very first match, which is not so good. We're not doing so great at this whole skirmish tactic thing right now. I feel like we could be doing better. We're doing okay. We've managed to cut down a few of them. Oh, looks like they're pulling those guys off. That's fine. I'm going to pour some more fire into these guys over here. For the most part, this archer company has been more or less ruined. They don't do a whole lot of damage anyway, so they're really not much more than an annoyance. But sustained fire over time can whittle down your units and make you take casualties that you really don't want to take as the elves. It's very, they're very, very difficult to make up those casualties, especially when you lose some of your more skilled warriors like these guys, which we won't have a barracks for in a while. So it doesn't really do to have a couple of crippled units sitting around. So we're going to do our best to not lose anybody. Oh, speaking of, we've apparently lost this here. These guys are on they do have a hill disadvantage. That's probably why we're really holding the line against them. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're going to try and circle these guys back around. How are we doing here? Killed 45% of our enemies. That's pretty damn good. We're still fresh, which is good. Have them start shooting up those goblin infantry there. We lost a couple of our units, but these guys are definitely getting the worst of it. You can just see our Sindarin bodyguard there just hacking these orcs apart with their two-handed swords. It's a beautiful sight to see. How are these guys doing? Oh, these guys turn their flanks to them. We're going to make them regret that. Shoot! Or don't. That's fine. These guys are kind of isolated right now, which is not very good. Not doing the best job of micromanaging our troops here, as I could be. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You see what they're doing. They're going in for the kill. Oh, looks like an enemy general has fallen, so we've basically ruined that one bodyguard unit there. Hopefully we can get them to rout so we can get our troops out of there. Oh good, we managed to catch their attention. How are these guys doing? Oh. Come back! Have these guys retreat a little bit up the hill. Pull them away from our general's bodyguard, who are unfortunately quite tired. They made short work of that bodyguard unit. I was not expecting that fight to go as well as it did for us. Probably because they were tired from coming up the hill, plus we had the hill advantage. That's probably the only reason why we don't have, like, half casualties inside of that unit right now. Shoot! Let's follow them in. Woo! Pfft, nice shot, retard. I managed to get one of them. I'll make them chase us all the way up that hill if we can. Oh boy. Well, that's not good. These guys are now fighting on two fronts. We've lost a fair amount of them. Enemy general has fallen. Gazher of Moria. That's the one we wanted. He's the good one. These guys are going to be exhausted by the time they get up there, and we are only just active right now, so that's good. Shoot! These guys are getting shot from the back, which they do not like at all. Look at them die. It's a beautiful sight. Those archers are a pain in the ass, but I'm not terribly worried about them. These guys, I think, are going to break soon. And then we'll have these guys charge them right down this hill, which should hopefully put us, even though our guys are technically kind of like light infantry, they are capable in close combat. So hopefully they should be able to push these guys off this hill and then, yeah, have no problems. Maybe we'll get a couple more volleys off before that happens. That would be nice. Last volley, and then we're going to have an epic charge down this hill against this group of Moria bodyguards. Maybe we'll have one more, since these archer volleys, or these arrow volleys tend to be, or seem to be very effective. Oh, no animated bowstrings? That's no fun. Charge! How are these guys doing? Let's go watch this. Oh, don't slow down. Why you do this? That was the shittiest charge. I'm really disappointed with you guys right now. La défaite est très envisageable. Okay, they're probably going to lose. Then we've routed these guys. So we're going to have these guys run over there. I know that's a bad idea, but I don't care. So we have... Oh, let's move these guys up into the hill so they're in a better firing position. Not shooting over a hill to try and kill those goblin archers. Unfortunately, these guys are getting shot in the back right now, which does not make me happy. But what can you do? There is our general. It's very bloody, but... Ooh, that's a really good-looking general. It's better than the what I expected it to be. Oh, shit. We're starting to lose some of our Lorien Rangers here, which is not good. No bueno. Not make me happy. Come on, shoot him in the back. Quick, one volley off before they get out of range. Die. Oh, wow. We got more of them than I expected to. Whew. Solid 11 of them in one volley. I'm happy with that. These guys are probably going to be exhausted by the time they get there, but I need to prevent these guys from killing too many of our Lothlorien Rangers, because we're really going to need them. They're going to be the core of our army for a little while. So this is a bit of a desperate gambit here, but we are going to manage to take out 2 of their generals in the first or the second turn. So I'm pretty happy about that. Charge! Maybe they'll get a better charge off than the other guys did. Oh yeah. Die. Yep, one went down. I think we just took out their general, so they'll probably start to break now. We might manage to spare this unit too many casualties. I hope we can keep it at 2. Can we do it? What's the name of the guy that we killed here? Lagdush. Oh crap, our general's in trouble. Not happy about that. Run, you fools! Fly. Oh shit. That's not good. Yes, we're gonna continue the battle. Nice. Okay, so we did lose one guy at the end there. It happens. That's okay. Three casualties out of that one unit of Lothlorien Rangers. I think we handled that fairly well. It's a lot of dead goblins. And we managed to keep our general alive, which is just wonderful. Wonderful. I'm so happy right now. Oh. And I'm not going to bother to chase down a unit of archers like that. That's completely pointless. This was the beginning of that people that in the Grey Elven speech are called the Dunedain, the Numenorians, kings among men. The Akalabeth, the downfall of Numenor. If you're wondering what language the Akalabeth is, I'm pretty sure that's an Adunaic, which is what the Numenorians spoke. You can see the root of that being Dunedain. I can't remember exactly what it means, but things are really constructed out of roots in Tolkien's constructed languages. It's very, 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 very prevalent, especially since a lot of them are like case kind of structured languages. They all have, most of them have a case system. Execute. Murder. So that was kind of glorious. I did not expect us to do that well first time around. So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare for a very, 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 very early siege of Moria. And send all of our archer companies over there to assist him as quickly as we can. We haven't even built a single building yet, and we're already thinking about taking Moria. Oh yeah, baby! Let's do that. And I think a unit of Lorien Sentinels would be very much appreciated. A basic swordsman unit. What do we got here? A bunch of wolves. Pfft. And I think that that is going to do for that turn. So, some other interesting facts about Moria is that, or not Moria, Lothlorien, is that since Moria became kind of the dark pit that people refer to it as, not a very nice place, there is a Balrog present, although for some reason we don't really see him when we lay siege to Moria. I think that might be a bug. But Lorien has always kind of lived like in the shadow of, or has for a very long time lived in the shadow of Sauron's kind of his reach, basically. And that's why, they no longer have a bridge over the Nimrodal. It's you can wade across it. It's about chest high, which if you're an invading army is kind of a hindrance, especially when there's elves shooting at you on the other side with very, very, very nice bows and arrows and impeccable accuracy. But it is one of the only places in Middle-earth that has what are known as Malorn trees, which is what you're seeing here, all these green, all these golden trees. The Malorn trees were brought from Valinor, I believe, and Sam is given an acorn of a Malorn tree, which he plants, I believe, in the ruins of the old party tree by Galadriel when they leave. It's one of the gifts that she gives, to the Fellowship, is this present to Sam. What do I want to make next? I think we definitely need more archers. That's something we're going to have to focus on, so we can start getting some rangers and things. Oh, wonderful. We're going to crank that up. Maybe not. Oops. There we go. In case you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because it increases the chance of your generals getting good traits when they're inside of a settlement that completes a building, say on very high tax rate. But you don't want to leave that on there all the time, because then they start to get like traits associated with avarice, and it's just not a good thing. It's just not good. So we are going to attack Moria here. We're going to get the siege started. Excuse me. And we're going to build 3 towers, or 3 rams, so that oh god, there's a Balrog this time. This is not a good idea. So we have just unleashed a horror upon ourselves, which is not good. Nope. Not very happy about this at all. So we may have to retreat and run for our lives, and we may have a Balrog, battering down our door. Okay. So that was a tactical error on our part. A very, very big error. We've attacked Moria a little early. I thought we could take it, because last time I played through this, the trigger didn't go off, so I was thinking, maybe we could pull it off. Turns out no. But anyway, so that is why Moria is known as this kind of like place out of time, this like great elven kingdom, is because it's got flora that you're not going to see anywhere else. And also Galadriel has one of the rings of power. She has the ring of adamant. I believe she has Nenya, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh, good lord! No, we're gonna have to flee. Unfortunately, we cannot fight a Balrog right now. That is the worst place you could have fled to? Oh no. Well, as long as they make it the High Elves' problem and not ours. I think they're going to attack us. Yep. Okay, so unfortunately Moria has sallied out of the... They have a Balrog? Ugh. Yes, they do. They have sallied out, and unfortunately they have scattered the troops that we had brought to besiege them. So that was a mistake. One that we will not make again, but it looks like we're going to lose 3 of our veteran companies of archers here, which is not a good thing. Okay, so we are going to fight to the death with our 3 companies of archers. We are going to make them pay as best we can, although I'm pretty sure those Balrogs are very, very fast, and they have a few companies of trolls. Maybe we should just focus on killing those trolls, but I don't know. This could be a very short campaign. Oh my god. So we're going to do this battle, and then I will call the episode there. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we don't want flaming arrows. I want to be able to move my companies as quickly as I can. We don't really have a lot of room to maneuver in here, unfortunately. So we're going to put ourselves right here. We're going to kill as many of them as we possibly can before they they catch it and kill us. They inevitably will. It's not going to be pleasant. Let's kill some of those cave trolls. They have a cave troll. Or several dozen cave trolls. But if we can kill these, it's going to, aside from the Balrogs, it's going to take a big chunk out of their offensive power. The rest of this is just like shitty Snaga and some goblin infantry. They're not a threat. It's these big towering monstrosities that are the real problem. So we're going to pull them back to prevent these guys from charging, because if they charge, they will cut us down, or they will catch us and cut us down really quickly, which is not fun for anyone. So we're going to pull them back, and we're going to skirmish them all the way to the border, and then we're going to make our last stand. This is pretty desperate. I love this. I love high-stakes battles like this. I feel like this is the way this game is meant to be played. Desperate. Not, because we're not going to have, like, massive armies to start out with. We're just going to have to make do with what we have, which is why this is going to be a devastating loss for us, so we're going to try and minimize that as much as we can. But I feel like this is definitely the way the game is supposed to be played. Like, you're supposed to actually care about what happens to your troops. We kill a bunch of those trolls? Oh, God, did we? So the second those Balrogs come into range, we're going to start shooting at them. See what we can do. See if we can chip away at their health. Maybe it's better if we start shooting at these trolls once they come into range. Because if we start shooting at these trolls, we'll kill some of the trolls, but we'll also hit the Balrogs, which is important. So we're going to go over here, use these guys to try and cover ourselves. Or apparently we're not, because their goblin infantry on the flank there is getting pretty close. Did we kill those trolls? Oh god, we did. But the Balrogs are running. They've had enough of our shit. Okay, so we're going to have to bring everybody together up here. If we can. If we can make it. I feel like those Balrogs are going to catch us. Oh my god, they're going to catch us! Run, you idiots! Oh no, oh no, oh no! See, we should have made our initial retreat towards here. Okay, so we're gonna have to sacrifice these guys. Which is, so far, not looking so great. Oh, maybe they're just gonna, like, avoid us. And maybe they're going to avoid that unit, which will give us the opportunity to do something else with it. Okay, so let's try and get them out of there, since most of the Balrogs don't seem interested in fighting us. That's gonna have to do. Shoot! Okay, so we're actually gonna be able to get our troops not into the best position, not as good as what I had wanted it to be initially. But, what are you guys doing? The fuck you think you're doing? What you doing, Willis? We're not going to be able to get them into the optimal position, but we are going to be able to have them on a hill, so maybe we can take some of these Balrogs down. That would make me very happy, because we have annihilated their trolls, which really just leaves them with some crappy infantry units, so maybe we can recover from this. Keep shooting! I almost feel like I'm willing to, like, start taking shots at these Balrogs with my units here, but I feel like that would just kill them faster. Because they're kind of our bulwark right now. Once the Balrogs are finished with them, they're going to start wreaking havoc within our other troops. Oh, no. These guys are in the perfect position to be routed. I'm liking that. If nothing else. What have we done to them so far? Only 22%. Still impressive for kind of what we've had to work with. These poor guys are just getting brutalized by these Balrogs here. Like, yeah, they're just dying left and right. There's nothing we can really do to help them. Keep killing them. But as long as they hold on for just a little longer, they might rout. That would really suck. They're gonna rout. This is not good. Plus, I can't use my general ability inside of one of these units, so I think our Lorien archers here are gonna rout. They have held on for quite a while. They're still killing these damn goblins while fighting these Balrogs. Oh, maybe they won't rout. With another volley of those fire arrows, they probably will. Yeah, there it is. Kill them all! For Lorien! Looks like the Balrogs are going to leave. They're going to go right for our general unit. They're going to leave these guys alone to kind of cause some damage to the main body of these goblin troops here while they're all chasing our routing archers. So maybe this won't be as crushing as it feels like. Maybe. This is pretty brutal. Those Balrogs are just drenched in gore. I was hoping we'd kill at least one of them. Those friggin' trolls. I'm glad we killed them, although I feel like they might recover a fair amount of them, but we'll see. These guys are holding on. Our Lorien archers down here are fighting. I have them retreat a little farther up the hill because they can, and because they're not in the greatest formation right now. Yeah, and that's the end of that one group of Lorien archers. We've killed 30% of them. I'm pretty happy about that. Given what we have and what they have, come on. Looks like everyone's just going to converge on this one group right here. They are besieged on every side. Well, these guys are desperately firing arrows into them. And these are just our light archer company, so I feel like we're doing pretty well. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of this kind of defeat. And all these goblin troops have got to be exhausted by now. And our guys are still holding on, so look at them go. Maybe we'll kill a Balrog. That would certainly be something to sing about. I kind of wish there was just the one, though. That would be cool. Not so much 10. Not sure how I feel about that. But alright, fine, whatever. And these guys are still getting shot down at close range. Like, this is an intense battle. Maybe we'll get another. No, we probably won't. Yep. Apparently we will. Charge! Give your lives for Lorien. 36%. These guys are really holding on, and they're being attacked on all sides. Like, there's just more and more goblins. Like, it's an utterly hopeless situation, but you can see that we've like littered the ground with their dead. Come on, guys, just hold on a little longer. Yeah, once they rout our general, we're gonna be in some trouble. We're already in trouble, but you know what I mean. 38%. We've killed almost half their army with 3 units. I'm happy about that. Skirmish tactics are clearly very effective, and we screwed it up a little bit too. I mean, we should have deployed ourselves up in here, and then had them like walk around. We would have been able to just wreck them as they came around here like this. But yeah, trying to outrun Balrogs in the. Oh my God, we killed one. We have killed a fucking Balrog. That is beautiful. These guys are heroes. But yeah, trying to outrun the Balrogs in an open field was not a sound decision. However, we're doing pretty well. Kill them all. Like, we're sticking it to them. Like, these guys killed a Balrog on their own. Light archers. Come on, it's beautiful. He's just like fucking blocking hits from that Balrog. Look at him. What a champion. Look at the guy stabs him in the heel. Take it. Come on, bitch. I'm not afraid of you. Just blocked. Fucking power blocked. Oh, no. Oh, I thought he died. Yeah, he's dead. Shit. Definitely not good. These guys are actually acquitting themselves quite well on the battlefield here against just this like pathetic group of goblins who are like exhausted and fighting up a hill. These guys are getting tired though, and there goes our general unit. They have routed. Those Balrogs have killed them. No, there goes our captain. So now the Balrogs are going to beeline straight for us. There's one dead Balrog there, which I'm very happy about. I'm extremely pleased with that. Like that's amazing. I'm taking a picture of that. Dead freaking Balrogs. By light archers too. I mean, look at these guys. Oh, they're going to come up on our side, so they're actually going to have a bit of a hill advantage against us. So we're not going to do nearly as well, I don't think. Oh, they're kind of taking their time. But what we just did there was incredible. Like, there's no reason that we should have been able to kill even one Balrog, much less half their army, their unit of trolls, and a Balrog. Unfortunately, we're going to... I don't know how we're going to... Our troops here did really well. If we could, like, somehow bring their army to battle and, you know, muster all of our remaining soldiers, including our veteran rangers and our general, with, like, Haldir and Celeborn, maybe we could kill these guys. Maybe we could come out on top, but I feel like no. And these guys are probably going to rout in like 2 seconds because the general is dead. And they're just getting like shot with arrows and with fire arrows and have javelins thrown at them, and they're fighting Balrogs, and yeah. See how well they do. They've seriously cut down like a lot of these orcs. Like you can just see like a line of dead orcs. Kill. That's fine. They want to shower their own troops with fire arrows. I'm cool with that. And they've routed, and we've lost. 802. 802. We killed over double our number. It was a devastating defeat. We lost a lot of our standing forces. Something that should not have happened. Probably shouldn't have attacked Moria this early. However, we did really well. So, let's see how we're going to recover from this. Because I know we have some troops left in Karis Galadon. Might be enough. Might be. Oh. Survivors. Excellent. So we can retrain them. I don't know how many are there. And now our general is isolated behind enemy lines. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Oh my. So, blah, blah, blah. We can start making some of our really good troops now. It is a very sadly reduced army of orcs. It was much larger when we first fought them. Okay. Wow. That is surprising. So we're going to have a couple units of those archers that survived. At least one of them managed to keep their chevrons, which I am very happy about. What do we got here? What are these? These wolves. Can we fight these wolves? Nope. I don't want to fight them. Don't want to do that anyway. And then after this, send one of these guys off to Thranduil's realm. We can start making some buddies across the river. Start creating some trade agreements, get ourselves some more income. Turn that off. And that. Let's see what we got. We have enough forces to stop them. We're not going to lose this campaign. We can beat them. 3 units of light archers with no upgrades and 1 experience chevron did that. What you just saw. So we're going to do it. And that's going to be the first episode of this. I hope you guys enjoyed. There's going to be a few of them that come out today, so you guys will be able to keep just watching. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you later. Bye bye.